so scandalous.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone. I, your amazing host, Dylan J. Curtis, welcome you here to the Curtis Zone as we talk all things action-packed children's programming. And today, we're discussing who our favorite Green Lanterns are. With Guy Garner making his silver screen debut in Superman Legacy, I thought it'd be a great idea to do this episode, as well as talk about all the Green Lanterns out of Earth. I didn't want to do another How Powerful Would Someone Be episode, so let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get started, as always, we got to talk about some news here on the Curtis Zone. The first piece of news from the world of Warner Brothers. I hope that everyone has seen the trailer for the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2, which looks so amazing. We saw Baraka, Shao Kahn, Katana, Liu Kang, everyone, all the returning characters and all the new characters coming in, and it's looking like the story is focusing around Johnny Cage. So let's keep it going with some more posts about Mortal Kombat, because the posters for Mortal Kombat have been announced and we are so excited to see the film. The second piece of news for the world of Street Fighter, they have announced that they have casted their Dalsim for the live-action Street Fighter movie, and the actor is looking pretty cool and a new fan art, and so we can't wait to see him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep waiting for the upcoming Street Fighter because it's looking amazing. The final piece of news is the fact that a live-action Assassin's Creed series will be coming to Netflix very soon. We are very excited about it. I personally saw the live-action Assassin's Creed movie. I didn't hate it. Then again, I didn't like it. But we're excited for it nonetheless. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep waiting for it, shall we? Like I do with all these Who's Your Favorite Character episodes, I give a little bit about their origin and I talk about all the powers that they have. But then I tell you who my favorite character, who my favorite version of the character is, and then you, the viewer, leave in the comment section down below who your favorite version of Green Lantern is. Let's get this party started, you ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this.
It's a dark road.
Now, the first Green Lantern we're going to talk about is Alan Scott Green Lantern, and Alan Scott was the original first Green Lantern in the Golden Age or Silver Age of comic books, and he would make his first appearance in All American Comics in 1940. He has been a part of comic books for a while and has even been a founding member of the Justice Society of America. Alan Scott Green Lantern, well, his origin goes like this. Thousands of years ago, a mystical flame would fall to Earth, where one time to bring death, one time to bring life, one time to bring power. The first time it brought death is when someone forced the mystical green light into a lantern, and the villagers of his village would then kill him because he utilized it. The second time would bring life is when it was been bestowed upon a patient at Arkham Asylum who was insane, but the lantern would turn him sane again. The time would bring power is when it would go into the hands of Alan Scott. Alan Scott, who forged it into a ring, and he would become a superhero known as the Green Lantern. Scott has also had the weakness to wood in the series. I don't know why, it was the 40s, so just leave me alone. However, in the New 52s, Alan Scott was the Green Lantern of Earth 2 and has been revealed as gay. It was pretty cool to see it. I love Alan Scott. He's a pretty cool Green Lantern, and he had two children, one of them being Jade, the other being the new Spectre. The next Green Lantern we're going to talk about is Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Hal Jordan Green Lantern made his first appearance in 1954. He was reimagined for the Silver Age of comic books, moving the ring from the left hand to the right hand. And Hal Jordan Green Lantern had a different type of suit than Alan Scott Green Lantern, going with full green and white. Hal Jordan was once a test pilot for Ferris Air. This was until he was chosen by Abin Sur after Abin Sur was badly injured in battle and he would fall to Earth in a spaceship and choose Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner, who we will talk about in a minute. Hal Jordan would then say the oath and become the new Green Lantern of Earth. He would then travel to Oa and meet the Guardians of the Universe, who would give him Space Sector 2814, which is the Earth sector. Hal Jordan has even been a part of a lot of different teams over the years, including being a founding member of the Justice League. Who could forget that? Hal Jordan is the most powerful of all Green Lanterns, and he was the person who who would first come against the Sinestro Corps, and more specifically their leader, Sinestro himself. Hal Jordan has had a lot of different story arcs over the years. I'm not going to go into it, but the main thing is that he's the most powerful Green Lantern and has been the leader of the Green Lantern Corps for a while. So yeah, there's that. The next Lantern we're going to talk about is Guy Gardner. Guy Garner was one of the two people who was chosen by Abin Sur to be a Green Lantern. However, Hal Jordan was closer than Guy Gardner, so the ring chose Hal Jordan. Guy Gardner earned his ring a different way after saving his brother from a street gang, his brother being a cop, of course. So Guy Gardner gained his power ring. However, Guy Gardner has had a lot of different rings over the years, including the Yellow Ring of Fear and the Red Ring of Rage. However, he is still 110% a Green Lantern. Now, I can't give you this Green Lantern, who's your favorite Green Lantern without talking about John Stewart. John Stewart, who's a fan favorite due to the fact that he was the main Green Lantern for the Justice League animated series. John Stewart was an architect and a former U.S. Marine, being trained in hand-to-hand combat and as a sniper rifle and demolition. However, John Stewart was suffering from PTSD, and he was given an honorable discharge after not following orders from a superior officer. So to say that he has travels with authority is a little bit of a small thing. However, John Stewart would gain his power ring after saving someone from a manhunter. He would then gain his power ring, and he has been a part of the Green Lantern Corps for a while. You can see how powerful would John Stewart episode be right up here somewhere. John Stewart is one of the most powerful and one of the most popular Green Lanterns ever. The next Green Lantern we're going to talk about is Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner was just a normal person in the DC universe. This was until a guardian named Ganthet would come down to him and give him a ring. Ganthet came to him and gave him a ring because Hal Jordan went crazy after the destruction of Coast City and became paralyzed, destroying the Green Lantern Corps and the Guardians, everything. Being the Lantern's final legacy, the Green Lantern Corps' final guardian, Ganthet, would give Kyle Rayner this ring and said, "You will have to do." However, he wasn't chosen by chance. It was found out that Kyle Rayner could harness the entire power of the entire emotional spectrum, and eventually Kyle Rayner would become a White Lantern. That's all you need to know about him. The next Green Lantern we're going to talk about is Simon Baz. Simon Baz was once an automotive engineer in Detroit, Michigan, but after losing his job, he would go to stealing cars. After stealing a car, he found out that there was a bomb in the back of it. He would narrowly escape it, but given his ethnic and religious background, he would be prosecuted for terrorism. However, during this happening, Hal Jordan and the Sinestro power rings would malfunction after their fight with the Black Hand, and the two rings would find Simon Baz to succeed them, and Simon Baz would get the Green Lantern Corps and become a founding member of the Justice League of America, a team that was designed to replace the Justice League should they perish. An amazing team, nonetheless. Now, I cannot give you a Lantern episode without talking to you guys about the character that I created for the Green Lantern comic books. His name is Energizer. He's not necessarily a Green Lantern, but he is technically has the powers of a Green Lantern. Why, you may ask? Here is his origin. His real name is Ethan, and Ethan was once an investigative reporter in college, of course. And he is the godbrother of John Stewart. He's an African-American male who lives in the same city as John Stewart and is John Stewart's godbrother. The reason why he is an investigative reporter is because he says he wants to expose corruption no matter where it hides. And we would first meet him after John is bailing him out of jail because he went undercover with the 100 gang. Not only did he go undercover with the 100 gang, he also gave names. He snitched on the 100 gang. And while exiting the police station, they would be attacked by the 100 gang. Ethan would be shot 3 times in the heart. John Stewart, not wanting to see his godbrother die, would do the stupidest thing ever. He would charge his ring through his godbrother's bullet wounds. And Ethan would gain the powers of a Green Lantern, basically becoming a living Green Lantern ring. That is insane, my friends. Now, before I tell you guys who my favorite Green Lantern is, I gotta give you guys their oath, and it goes like this. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. I gotta say, my favorite Green Lantern is, you guessed it, it's John Stewart, the Green Lantern. Not only is he my favorite Green Lantern because of the Justice League animated series, but because he's the first black superhero without the word black in his superhero name. John Stewart is also considered to be the master builder. Being a master architect, he's known as the master builder. The guy once rebuilt an entire city, for God's sakes. He's also an ambassador for all the Green Lanterns around the universe, and he's trained a young Green Lantern who has a power gauntlet. That was pretty cool, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Curtis Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button for more content, as well as that notification bell if you want more of me, my smiling face, and of course more of my bouncing pecs. Now, I hope to see you guys very soon. We will have more episodes, more love, more everything when we talk all things action-packed children's programming. Remember to comment below who your favorite Green Lantern is, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.